Okay, Coach, want to start with an opening comment, and then we'll go to questions.
I thought it was a really good team performance. I thought the guys did a solid job in sharing the basketball, moving the ball, attacking off the dribble, making plays, finding the big guys when the opportunities presented itself. But I thought the spacing was solid. I thought Tyrone and Sam did a good job attacking, creating opportunities for our perimeter guys to get shots. I thought our bigs did a much better job in protecting the lane, being big when they had the opportunities. But a solid team effort on both ends of the floor. Well, I don't know if necessarily satisfied. I thought we were breaking down with our ball screen defense. And I think when they made the run, we had 5 perimeter guys on the floor. And maybe we need to spend more time with that. But again, the breakdown was more on the defensive side of the ball, and just did a poor job with the ball screen and switching those, because we switch what we call 1 through 5 when it's all 5 guards. And we didn't do a good job with that. It was all breakdown, and I thought we were stagnant offensively, not a lot of movement.
So how did you think Ivan and Jalen played? They both had some foul trouble, but aside from that, what did you think about their game?
Offensively, I thought they both played well. Again, I just think the maturity in playing games, because every game will present something different for those guys, because it's hard to duplicate a lot of game situations. When a team like this, for example, they run the pitch back, dribble weave type of offense, I don't know if we see that in the league much. So now we don't have the time to spend that, because we do offensively. So now in going through that, you kind of duplicate it for 2 days, okay, pitch backs. But it's hard until you get to it live, that type of offense. And I thought in Jaden's case, being a perimeter, Ivan didn't get exposed with it as much because he's a big. When you're a perimeter guy and that happens, you got to know when to switch, know when to stay with your guy. That's not easy, but I thought he was okay, nothing great. I thought Ivan was sound, yeah. But I thought they did a good job offensively.
So that kind of set the tone, going into glass to create second and third chances.
Ivan? He does a great job rebounding. I mean, I just think he's one of those guys what you would describe as a natural rebounder. I mean, 13 rebounds in 16 minutes. I mean, he goes and gets rebounds. He did it in Australia, just 2 guys on. He keeps the ball. He knows how to keep the ball alive and keeps it high. I can only imagine when he continues to get strength on his body, the type of rebound he'll become.
You walk away from this game going, well, we got some stuff to work on for sure, but you must be quite encouraged.
Well, I just think that I don't know where the thought comes from when you don't have things to work on when it's the first game of the season. I don't care what the talent says. I mean, there have been so many teams over the past 50 years ranked in this, ranked that, don't pan out, don't max out. It's always a long way to go. It's when it's your second game, because, again, you're going through different things, the environment, the excitement. If I don't get shots tonight, how do I manage it? If I don't defend well, I get in foul trouble. I don't make my free throws, things don't go my way, then there's a next game. So it's always tough. It's one game at a time, and that's how I look at it. Easier said than done, but there's so many things we got to work on. I'm just glad you got a guy like Tyrone Wallace as a senior, a point guard that understands, battle-tested, and you get in tough patches, he can get you out of a jam.
Can you talk about Cam Brooks?
I thought, really the past 3 weeks, Cam has played really well for us. I mean, I thought, he's been playing some really good basketball, running the floor, playing at a high level. I looked at the stat sheet, and he only had 12 minutes, and I got to figure out why he only had 12 minutes. So I got to talk to somebody about that. I mean, because that is, because Cam, I thought he played well, but again, trying to get King some minutes, and that part is tough. But I thought Cam played some good basketball. Again, watching the game, I don't think he really made any mistakes as far as his assignments and what he was supposed to do.
You talked a lot in the preseason about how much you felt like Tyrone had improved in the offseason. Did you feel like this was just kind of a continuation of that?
Yeah, the one, but Tyrone, Sam, and always Roger making threes. These guys spend a lot of time in the gym. They do. So when you see the progress they've made, you see it all the time. And I've always said as a player, when you put time into it, you'll eventually get the results. But in Tyrone's case, he's a guy that has a tremendous amount of confidence. And I go back to the fact, and I tell people all the time, here's a guy that shot 60+% from the free throw line, but he still wanted the ball in his hand down a stretch of games. So now it's just a matter of now he's improved his three-point shot where he's shooting it consistently, the follow-through. And with his free throws, he's shooting with a confidence. So he never lacked the confidence. I think more than anything, he lacked the reps. And just, the tweaking technique, but nothing major.
How often do you say, share the juices?
All the time. Oh, that's Coach Katie used to always say that, share the juices. I mean, just basically pass the ball, get your teammates involved. And I just say it all the time, and they know what it means. You got to move that ball. When you have guys, if two guys on you, moving the ball, swing it to the next guy, let him make a play. Because when you have good players, you don't need a lot of plays when you have good players and when you share the basketball, especially, again, the way the game is supposedly be officiated. If you're closing out on me and I attack off the dribble, you touch me, that's a foul. So I say to our guys, can a guy defend you if he can't touch you? It's a hard thing to do. I mean, really, I just think it's hard to guard guys if you can't touch them.
It looks like you have the makings of a pressure defense that can really get out around your wings and run everywhere. Is that kind of what you envision?
Would really like to, but again, I think the downside about it is how the game's officiated. I really like the pressure full court, get up in guys, but then you think about it, what's the point in pressure in full court and you foul a guy in the back court? Because there's no 5-second count anymore, so you used to be able to get 5 seconds on a guy really pressing the ball. You can't do that anymore. Unless you're running, jumping, and trapping, that's different. And we have the personnel to do that, but I don't want to be loose in what we say. We don't want to be wild. And all of a sudden, guys are getting layups and they're getting easy shots. You still want to make teams work for shots. But we spend a lot of time pressing, one-on-one type thing. We do a lot of that, but it's just a matter of me feeling good about doing it in the game.
Scored 97 tonight. Didn't probably get out on the break as you could.
Yeah.
You see this being a high-powered offense?
We say run as fast as you can. When we get the ball off the glass, go as fast as you can and make plays. Again, you coming forward. Now, in this particular case, this team, they didn't really crash the glass. They sent everybody back. So teams like that, it's hard to really get out and run. I mean, you can run, but they're set. The best you can get is probably a three-point shot until eventually the defense breaks. And I thought we got spurts late in the game and that happened. But we want to get it and go as fast as we can. But don't play wild and out of control. So when I look at the stat sheet, only 7 turnovers, that means we did a good job. Because you have to be able to run but not be wild.
Jabari Bird, you said that he didn't have a good shooting night in the exhibition. And you said he did, you liked his overall play. It was a good sight to see that he did do better shooting night.
Yeah, he's 5 for 12. I mean, just keep shooting the good shots. When it hits his hand, and he has the green light to do what he needs to do with the ball. I don't have a microphone or a speaker in his ear to say shot, don't shoot, don't dribble. I mean, it's basketball. He got to play. When it's in his hand, play, be aggressive. Now, if he's not aggressive, then he'll probably be sitting with me. But he got to be aggressive.
You guys shot 23 three-point shots tonight. Do you see your team as more of a perimeter shooting kind of team, or is that just going to depend on game to game, just kind of how the defense?
I've never been a guy to look at a stat sheet and say, okay, we got to get this amount of free throws, this amount of threes. Take what the defense gives you. They know if it's a shot you shoot in practice, you can shoot in the game. But it's whatever they give us, we take it. If it's an open three like Matthews running transition, has those threes, they have to fly. Every time it touches his hand, he's 0 for 3, it has to fly without hesitation.
2 out of the 3 times that Jordan had that pump fake from 3 and drove, he was able to get points off of it. Having that ability to go inside, now how much does that open things up for him and everybody else in the offense?
A great deal, because he can make his free throws also. But another guy spent a lot of time in the offseason with his shot fake, attacking off the dribble. And I think he's probably made the greatest strides off the dribble than anybody, making plays off the dribble, because a big-time catch-and-shoot guy. But that part of his game, to be able to handle, make decisions, and not turn it over, is where he's really improved.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about Steven Domingo and what his role is going to be? Like, you have him coming first off the bench. And is he taller than the 6'7" that he's listed?
Well, we stood next to each other, so they say I'm 6'5" and a half. So I think he's 6'6" and a half, 6'7" legit. I think that's legit. I really do. For us, we have a major advantage with him because he can guard bigger guys on the perimeter. He can bang enough in the post, but we do different things with him in the post if he's defending a bigger guy. I just don't see as many big guys defending him. but his ability to shoot three-pointers and stretch the defense, screen and move. And he's also a guy that's really worked on and improving his ability to attack off the dribble and make plays. But, I mean, just a great addition for our program because you're talking about an experienced guy who's been a part of it and understands it.
You guys all good? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.